Hello everyone! In today's video I'm going to try some viral baking recipes from TikTok. Starting with some brownies. We are going to take some butter and some sugar, put it in a bowl and mix it. Then we add 2 eggs, an egg yolk and vanilla and mix again. Adding some oil and cocoa powder and mix again. Then we add some flour, cornstarch, baking soda, salt and mix again. And as last step we're adding some chocolate chip cookies. Taking a tray, putting some baking paper on it and spraying it with some oil. And we are baking it for 40 minutes on 156 degrees Celsius. I do have all the ingredients in here, so let's start. First, I am going to change this one. We are beginning with the butter and the sugar. We need 5 tablespoons of butter and 1/4 cup of sugar. Now I'm adding the 2 eggs and egg yolk and the vanilla. And mix again. Now we're adding the oil and the cocoa powder. And I'm going to mix it on a low setting. Now I'm adding the cornstarch, baking soda and salt. And the flour. And mix again. And now as last step I'm going to put the chocolate chips in it. And mix it one more time. The mixture is done. I have my tray here with the baking paper and I already put some oil on it. So let's put the mixture in the tray. I have a smaller tray, so I think this can have 40 minutes, but still I'm going to keep an eye on it. And it's going in a preheated oven on 156 degrees Celsius. In the end I baked it for about an hour. It just didn't want to get cooked, so I hope it is good now. Let's cut pieces. It's still not totally cooked on the inside. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit here. But further it went very well. This is very nice. I was a little bit scared that it was too powerful, but actually it isn't too powerful at all. For me this is good. You can taste that the outside is a little bit overcooked, but not too much. I'm not sure if this is how they should be, because they needed to go in the oven for 40 minutes. I think I didn't need to put it shorter in the oven, because otherwise it would collapse because it was so soft. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but it did already collapse. So I think an hour was good for my oven. The taste is still very good, I like it. Next is souffle pancakes. We need 3 egg yolks, 3½ tablespoons of milk, mix it. 3 tablespoons of flour, mix until it's smooth. Then we have 3 egg whites, whisk it. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Whip it until it gets stiff. Then we're adding a little bit of the meringue and mix it. After that we're doing the rest of the meringue in it and mix again. We putting some water in it, cover the pan and we bake it for 3 to 4 minutes. on each side. Starting off with 3 egg yolks. I am putting the egg whites in here. Next we add the milk. Now I'm adding the flour. And the sugar.
It was at this moment that she knew.
Oh no, the sugar didn't need in this. I need to make it again. Second try. I do have all the ingredients again, so let's make it again. Mix it. Now I'm going to do the egg whites, but I will let the machine do the work. Adding the sugar. And mix again. Now I'm adding a little bit of this meringue into this mixture. And mix it very gentle. Now we're adding the rest. Now I'm going to bake this in the pan. I start with some oil on the pan and I wipe off the excess oil with some kitchen paper. Then I take an ice cream scoop, just like in the video, and spread batter into the pan. Add a few drops of water and bake for 3 to 4 minutes. Flip the pancakes, add another few drops of water and bake for another 3 to 4 minutes and you're ready. This is the end result. I don't know what happened, but they really shrunk. This is also the first time I'm making this, but I have something, and if the taste is good, then why not? The taste is actually good, but I don't know what happened in the process. I did the same steps, but something did go wrong. Maybe if I will make this more often, it gets better and better, but for now, this is it. It's not difficult to make and the taste is good, so yes. The next is Kinder Bueno cookies. We need solid butter, sugar and flour, mix it, and then roll it into a ball. And we roll it out, cut circles out of it, and then we are baking it. Melting some Kinder chocolates. Spreading some hazelnut cream and on top the Kinder chocolate, and then as last we're putting some Kinder Bueno on top of it. I already have the ingredients in the bowl, and it is 110 grams of salted butter, 60 grams of sugar and 156 grams of flour. Using a glove. I do have the ball here and now I'm going to roll it. I am putting a baking paper on top so that this won't get that dirty. It's definitely not perfect, but let's cut some shapes of it. Well, you can break it very easily. They really don't look good. But I am going to bake these in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes. The cookies are done. In the end, I almost baked them for 20 minutes. And now I'm going to spread some hazelnut cream on it and on top the Kinder chocolate. Both of them I melted in the microwave. And now the Kinder chocolate. And the last step, we are going to put a piece of bueno on top of it. To help set the chocolate quicker, you can put them in the refrigerator. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we can taste. The chocolate had some time to cool down in the refrigerator, so let's give it a try. These cookies are pretty good, a little bit salty and a little bit sweet, and with the chocolate on top it makes a successful cookie. Maybe a little bit too much chocolate for me. I think only the Kinder chocolate was good enough. I think chocolate can become very powerful very quickly, so that's the reason. But if you like chocolate, then go for it, then this one is for you. Now it's time for some mini cinnamon rolls, and we're starting off by making the dough with the ingredients on the list, and after that we are going to knead the dough into a ball. We're putting it into a bowl with some oil and cover it with plastic wrap and let it sit for 1 to 2 hours. Then we knead it again and we split it in half, and then we are rolling it out and we're putting the filling on top of the dough. And then we cut it in little pieces and we're putting it in a bowl again and let it rise again and baking it for 20 minutes on 350 Fahrenheit, but in my case it's 180 degrees Celsius. I did already make the yeast mixture with 1/3 cup of warm water, 1 package of yeast and 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and then let it rest for 10 minutes. So it has been 10 minutes now, so I can start making the dough. I do have already flour, 4 cups of flour in here, and now we are going to add the rest, and that's half a cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of buttermilk, half a cup of milk, 6 tablespoons of butter, melted, 2 tablespoons of oil. She used canola oil, I didn't have that, so I'm using neutral oil, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs slightly beaten, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and the yeast mixture. And now we are going to knead it. Well, I'm not going to, but my machine is going to. The dough is very sticky, and I already did put some extra flour in it, but it's still very sticky. So maybe I need to put even some more flour. First I'm going to put some oil in the bowl. She also did a little bit on top of the dough. Now I knead it a little bit more because it's definitely not good enough. Like this. I am going to cover it with a plastic wrap and then let it sit for 1 to 2 hours. The dough is ready and it did rise, but I just realized a while ago I did throw away my rolling pin because it wasn't that good anymore, but I never bought a new one. So I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but I figured something out. We cut this in half, and now we are going to roll it. I do have this bottle from the cinnamon powder, so maybe I can use this. It did work. I do have the filling here, and it is 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and half a cup of melted butter. Now I am going to roll it up. And now I am going to cut little pieces of it. It's not perfect because I don't have this kind of wire she used, but it's working. I do have my oven dish in here and I did put a little bit of butter in it because it looked like she did it as well. And now I am putting these into the oven dish. They are ready to bake now. They need to rise again. I'm not sure how long, I couldn't find it. So I am going to do 30 minutes and then I will see. And then I bake them in a preheated oven on 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. The cinnamon rolls are ready and they look very tasty. So let's try it. Very tasty. The cinnamon rolls are very tasty. I like them a lot. It's a good recipe and it is a big recipe. I have 12 mini cinnamon rolls here and it was half the dough, so you can make around 24 mini cinnamon rolls out of it. The filling is good, it's not too sweet and you don't have too much of a cinnamon flavor. All in all, it is a good recipe. These were the recipes for today's video. It really wasn't my day today, a lot went wrong, but in the end the taste of all the recipes was good and I think that's one of the most important things with recipes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!